All right, let's get practicing in QuickBooks Online. Grab the link below in the description so that you can follow along. All right, here we are in the QBO Gym. And the QBO Gym is a place where we have numerous exercises that simulate real-life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Every single month, we come out with new exercises for you to practice and complete, and we break it down for you into 4 different sections. So today we are going to be working in the cool down section for September. At the top here is a little animated video that tells you what's going on in Craig's world that month. He is our fictitious business owner. Further down is an interactive quiz to test your knowledge. And at the bottom here are the exercises within this section. So today we are going to practice reconciling the MasterCard accounts. You will need to be in the same session of the sample company that you used for the previous exercise. If you have not completed that one yet, go ahead and click on the link on the top right corner of the screen. That'll take you to that exercise, complete that one, and then come back to this one. So our scenario today, as a bookkeeper, your primary responsibility is to ensure that all financial transactions are correctly categorized and match the flow of money into and out of the bank. You have just received the statement from the credit card company. Now it's time to confirm that all the transactions have been correctly added to and categorized in QuickBooks Online. To complete this exercise, we need a copy of the MasterCard statement. To get it, we just need to click on the link beneath the cool down video to grab that copy. So let's go back and do that. If I go back to the gym here and I scroll up to the top, you see the animated video here. Underneath that, you see this one that says MasterCard statement. Go ahead and click on that. And you will see it has downloaded. Open it up and you will see it appear right here. So step 1 here, we need to click on the gear icon and then in the tools column, select Reconcile. So here I am in the sample company. This is the last page that I left off of from the previous exercise. You should already be on this page, but if for whatever reason you have navigated away from that, again, you would just go up to, as the exercise says, you would click on the gear icon right here, and then under tools, you would click on Reconcile, which would take you to this page. So we need to fill out a little bit of information here. So in the account field, we need to select MasterCard since that is the account we are reconciling. Currently it says savings, so I'm going to click into it and I'm going to look for MasterCard, which if you scroll down a little bit, there it is. You can click on that. We need to put on the ending balance, which can be found on the MasterCard statement. It's this $1,056.29, which you can see right here as well. So $1,056.29, I think is what we said. $1,056.29. Yeah. Okay, so you have that in the ending balance right there. And then we would put the ending date for the statement. In a real life scenario, that will actually show up here on the statement itself. But since the sample company is always changing their dates, we're going to go ahead and use the ending date as today's date. So to do that, all you have to do is just click into it. You can click on the calendar, or for a shortcut, you can just click on the lowercase t and it'll automatically appear for you. So now we just have to go ahead and start reconciling. So click on the green Start Reconciling button and you will see this appear. If you get any pop-ups, just go ahead and click out of them. It is just QuickBooks trying to be a little bit more helpful for us and give you a little bit more information. So if you get those, go ahead and click out of them. We need to look at each charge on the statement and each charge and payment, on the statement, and then click on the adjacent circle that'll be next to it. So let's go ahead and do that one by one. This is how you would reconcile in real life any kind of statement, bank statement, or credit card statement. So let's go ahead and take a look one by one and see what we have here. So the first one is for Tanya's Nursery for $158.08. So let's look for that one. That happens to be this top one right here. Click on the circle there. And as you can see, if you notice here, when I clicked on this circle, the 158.08 moved up here, and the statement ending balance minus the cleared balance equals the difference. We talked about this in the last exercise, but just as a reminder, the difference, you want it to ultimately get to 0. That's how you know that you have matched everything on the statement to what is in QuickBooks. So the goal again is to get this to 0. And as we continue to go through here, you will see this number decrease. So let's keep going here. The next one we have is for chins for $65. So that is this one right here, $65. Click on the circle there. Then we have one for Hicks Hardware for $88.09. 88.09, there it is right there. Click on the circle. Another one for Tanya's Nursery for $54.92. Let's find that. That actually happens to be the next one, which is great. And then we have another one for Tanya's Nursery for $82.45. Let's find that one. Again, that happens to be the next one. It's really great when this happens where what is on the statement as you're going through it, it's going in the same order on QuickBooks. Sometimes that works out that way. Sometimes it doesn't. It just depends. So just know that what we're doing right now in this order for this exercise, it just happens to work out that way. In real life, it may work out this way, or you may be like scrolling a little bit and clicking around. Just keep that in mind. So let's keep going here. We did the 2 for Tanya's. Ellis Equipment Rental for $112. Let's look for that one. Once again, that happens to be the next one here. Then we have one for Cal Telephone for $74.36. Cal Telephone, yep, $74.36. It's great. Let's see here. Cal Telephone. Okay, Lee Advertising for $74.86. It's very, very close. Right there. It's always nice when the statement shows you the payee name, and it kind of matches what you have here. So it's easier to look for the payee and then also the charge or the payment, just so you can see. It's just easier to match it up, especially when you have something super similar like that. So let's keep going here. We have one for Chin's Gas and Oil for $52.56. And I just happen to see right below here that there's another one for Chin's Gas and Oil for the exact same amount. So let's see if there's 2 charges for that one. I see one right here for that $52.56, but I don't see another one for that same amount. So let's just hold off on this one. We're going to come back to it and just investigate a little bit more and see what's going on. But let's finish up the rest of them while we can. We have one for Norton Lumber for $103.55. That happens to be the next one here, so click on the circle. Then we have another one for Cal Telephone for $56.50. That is the next one right here, so click on that one. We have one for Squeaky Clean for $19.99. That is the next one right here. And then we have one for Bob's Burger Joint for $18.97, which is right there. Great. And then we have one for Hicks Hardware for $42.40. $42.40 right here. And just as a note, I see another one here for Squeaky Clean Car Wash for $19.99. We had that one up here as well. We're just going to assume that it is this one. And when you are doing this in real life, you would look at the dates as another way to verify that the one that is on the statement is matching the one here in QuickBooks. Because the dates are always changing, for our sample statement here, we just leave it blank because the sample company is changing the dates all the time. So rather than trying to always match it up, we leave it blank so it's open-ended. But when we are doing this in real life, if you have 2 charges that are matching the same vendor, same amount, you would look at the date here to see which one is the correct one. So for right now, we're just going to assume that it is this one, this first one that popped up. All right, so we have now looked at everything and reconciled. If you look here, it looks like we have a difference of $105.02. So we are going to go ahead and take a look and see what is happening now. If we examine the statement a little bit more closely, we'll notice that there is one transaction that appears to be duplicated. Unlike the banks, sometimes there are errors on the credit card statement and they need to be investigated. In this case, we might want to call the credit card company, but it turns out the new hire working at the register at Chin's ran the credit card twice by accident, and so the charge will be removed. The credit card company tells you that the actual balance for the statement is $1,003.73. You'll note that some banks will want you to pay the full amount anyways, and then you just wait for reimbursement. So that's in an actual real life scenario. So this is the correct ending balance versus that 1056.29 that we had put on before. So we need to edit that information, that ending balance. To do that, we're going to click on the Edit Info button, which is on the top right corner of the screen. So click on Edit Info, and you'll see this ending balance and ending date appear for you. We need to change that balance to $1,003.73. So let's do that. $1,003.73. There we go. That's what we have. So now we can just go ahead and click on the green Save button down here. And you will see that it has updated. That difference has updated because the statement ending balance is different. This cleared balance is still the same as what we had here for this charges and payments. So this statement ending balance minus the cleared balance is equaling the difference, which when we adjusted this, it changed this to 52.56, which just happens to be the charge for Chin's Gas and Oil. So we're going to go ahead and click on the circle next to that one because that is the one that is on the statement. Click on that circle and you will see now this has changed to 0. So our difference is 0. That means that everything is reconciled properly and we have completed the reconciliation here. So to finish it up, all we need to do is click on the Finish Now button, which is right here. So click on that and you will get this little pop-up that says, hey, you reconciled this account. Just a note here that in real life, you would have a little button here that says attach statement. Highly recommend it. It's always good to have the extra paperwork to when you are reconciling. It does not allow you to do that in the sample company, so that's why there is nothing here. But know that in real life, there is that option to have the statement attached for you. So, one other quick note here that a good workflow would be to pay the credit card immediately after you have reconciled it. If you click on the Pay All or a portion of the bill now, QBO will automatically create a check transaction. And these days, it's not really that common to pay a credit card bill with a check. So to record another type of payment, such as an ACH, we would click on the Done button and then create the transaction in the usual way. Which you will see here is that pay all or a portion of it. That's where we're talking about. If you click on that, a check transaction will appear. If you are paying online, like through an ACH, you want to click this green Done button. Now, if you're not going to pay the credit card bill right away, you should add it to the Pay Bills screen so you don't forget about it. You would click Enter a Bill to Pay Later to take you directly to that screen, which is that other link right here. So since we have completed this, we're going to just go ahead and click on the green Done button for the purposes of this exercise. So that is this button right here. Click on that. And there you go. You have now reconciled the MasterCard accounts. And if you have any questions or want to know more about the QBO Gym, just go ahead and click on the link below in the description. We are going to finish out the cool down section with our last exercise where we practice running Craig's reports. And I will see you in the next video.